Hi Will, thanks for joining us for the first installment of our CSAUS interview series. We've identified 3 things that students like to know before registering for a course at McGill. These are the personality of the professor, the content of the course, and the professor's responsiveness to the concerns of students. So before we get started, we would like to know a bit about the personal side of the director of the McGill Institute for the Study of Canada. Could you tell us a bit about yourself and your role in the Canadian Studies program at McGill? What brought you here?
Well, I came to McGill, 20 years ago, and one of the first things they made me do was be on the committee to help set up MISC. And I helped choose the first director, Des Morton, and then I kind of disappeared for a long time. And then there was this advertisement for a new director, and the dean said, "Why don't you throw your hat in?" And I did, and much to my surprise, I got it. So that's how I got here.
And during your time as an undergraduate student, what was the worst mark you ever got? And did you take another course in the field?
Well, I actually started out in journalism. I was going to be a crusading reporter, but I moved from a small town to Ottawa, which to me was a big city, and I sort of got caught up in busy city life and didn't pay attention to a lot of my courses. So my lowest mark was the lowest that you can get. I'm not going to sign a letter to that. And then I changed orientation, went into film and media, and from then on, of course, did brilliantly.
Okay. Moving on to our second topic, McGill students are interested in the content of Canadian Studies courses. So let's examine the academics a bit. Could you describe what Canadian Studies is to you in 5 words?
Interdisciplinary, challenging, contemporary, all-inclusive, exciting.
And why do you feel that Canadian Studies is relevant to the next generation of students?
Well, students, I think there's a way. It used to be when you tried to get students interested in Canada, other places in the world somehow seemed more exciting. I think Canada now, it's a testing ground. It's a place of innovation for all kinds of things. So I think there's so much going on in Canada around diversity, around rights, around justice that we don't have to look much further to get at the key issues of our time. Pleasure.
Okay. And finally, students like to know a lot about their professors and to know that they're engaging and responsive to students' questions and concerns. So could you respond to a couple of the following questions? Now, we noticed that you have a red chili pepper rating on ratemyprofessors.com. Do you know what this means?
Yes, I do. I'm not sure anybody uses Rate My Professor anymore. And as of 3 minutes ago when I last checked, there were still no new, I don't think there's been anything new in a few years. So I say that probably stands for my long departed youth.
And what can students get from the Canadian Studies program and its instructors that they can't get anywhere else?
They can really get approaches to issues, whether it's, say, culture in Shelley Butler's class, whether it's the future in Ken Dryden's class, whether it's music in Sandra Budiani's class, that cuts across social issues, cultural issues. We don't teach within disciplinary silos here. So I think we take objects, things, issues, and then we look at all of the ways you can examine them. And I think that's what's exciting.
And finally, if you were at Gertz right now, what would you be drinking?
Probably a Rousse. I tend to prefer microbrewed red beers from Quebec, if they have them there. It's been a long time since I've been at Gertz.
Okay. Thanks, Will, for all your insightful and entertaining responses, and we look forward to seeing everyone for our second installment of CSAUS interview series.
Definitely. Thank you very much.